Hello, welcome pen friends. Welcome to Chris's Inked Pens for July. It's 2024. It's a little bit different this month, and so I only have 6 because I have in my other case, I have 9 TWSBIs inked up. It's sort of an experiment, and that's going to be going on too, and I will be covering them in my ink journal for you for the progress report, even though there's so many of them. But I needed some letter writing pens, so this is the main course here really for me, because I've got some catching up to do. In fact, I was going to count and see how many letters. I think I have 5. Okay, that's not as bad as I thought. I was like, I'm getting behind, but not yet. Doing pretty good. But I wanted some broader nibs for letter writing, so that's what this is all about. And I just didn't want to do them all chunked together in one video, so you end up with 2 videos here. But here we go. Here are the pens, and then we'll jump into my 68 GSM to my river paper journal, and we'll write with each one of them. So the first one, whoops, I've disturbed things already, is the Lamy Safari white and red. I think it's called white and red, and it's got a 1.1 stub nib on it. I thought that was really nice for July for us. And then next up is the Benu Scepter 1, and this has a little broad nib on it. And I also thought this was really kind of patriotic colors, so and I really like the ink that I chose for it. Okay, then next up is a Twisp Go and Smoke, which I had just recently put broad nib onto it. It did have a stub nib, but I just prefer their broad nibs, so there's that one. And then this is our first time to ink up this pen. This is the Benu Talisman Sakura Cherry Blossoms. It's a Gold Spot exclusive that I bought last year, and then I kind of, not that I had second thoughts about it, I just felt like I shouldn't have bought it at the time, and I thought about selling it, but then I thought, no, my instinct, I really wanted it, and I committed pen, add money to it, and so what am I doing here? But that kind of had slowed me down at the time, because I thought, well, why did I get another one of the same, I have another Talisman. But it is gorgeous, and it's got a lot of pretty colors that you can pick up on and ink. And you'll see what I chose too, because I didn't pick a light pink or a light blue either, so that's just a spoiler alert. And then next up is my second Jinhao 9019, and it's got the big number 8 size nib in medium. And I have a black one like this too, and I'm really curious to see whether I can get it, have it write as nicely as the other one. So far, so good, but I cheated and chose a really nice ink for it that should flow really well in anything. So, but we'll see how it goes, not just today, but throughout, the month. And then last but not least, number 6 pen is the Lami Allstar, and it's white silver, and it's got a broad nib on it. Make sure that I got them switched. Yeah, I switched that. It had, I think it had a medium on it. But I decided I wanted a broad nib for letter writing, so. Okay, and I just love that silver. It's just gorgeous. It's almost white, but it is definitely, there's no mistaking it. It's definitely silver. It doesn't get mistaken for gray in my collection, so. Okay, and then of course I've got the tiles for the inks, and we'll get right into the ink journal and write with each one of these. Okay, so we're starting off with a nice bright red. It's Diamine Wild Strawberry in this Lamy Safari white and red. I had a stub nib on this one. I was just looking at the other Lamy, but yeah, this is a 1.1 stub, and I really think this is going to be great. Lamy Safari 1.1 white and red. Okay, with Diamine. This is such a happy color. Wild Strawberry. I had got last year a little 30 ml bottle of it, and I really like it. So that's the first one. And then next up, I went with a blue this time for the Benu Scepter. For a minute I tried to call it a Talisman, and I said, no, that's not right. It's the Scepter one. And I did go with Robert Oster, Lake of Fire. It's one of my favorite blues. It may not be an exact match for the pen, but I really like it. I know the ink really well, and I know I'll be really happy with it for letter writing, which is the whole thing here. Or, it's not the whole thing. I'll talk about some of my other writing projects in a minute, but Benu Scepter. Oh, I can't remember if that's how you spell scepter. I keep doing this to myself. Whether it has an E or an O, I'm not sure. One. Actually, I wrote it with an E over on my other paper, so I'll have to look that up later because I'm not where I can find it. With a broad nib. And Robert Oster, Lake of Fire. I'm really using this ink up pretty fast. I like it. Oh, well, I've had it for a while, several years. When I got this Serendipity, I got this ink with it, or not with it, from Australia, but at a separate place, because when they first released the Serendipity hybrid dip pen, they were giving out this ink, I believe, with it, and I just thought, well, I want some too. You know, it was the choice they had to give out with that pen. I got to see what it's all about. So anyway, that's how I came about that bottle of ink. And next up, I've got the Twisp Go in smoke with a broad nib and Laban Zues, which I had forgotten how much I love this ink. Pen friend Kathy had sent me a sample, and I bought a bottle of it. I just was crazy about the ink. It just seems to strike right in my color zone that I love. So here we go. Twisp Go. Broad nib, smoke is the colorway, and then Laban Zues. Turns out we're going to have 2 Laban inks this month, so that'll be fun. And they do seem to be right up my alley, like they really seem to be nice wet inks. Okay, and then next up, the beautiful Benu Talisman Sakura Cherry Blossoms. I've got Sailor, 50 States, Louisiana, and how'd I come up with that color? I think it was just the little sparkles in it. Let's see. I don't even know if you'll be able to see. They just seem to pick up on that base color, and I just thought, well, I want a nice saturated ink, a nice bright color. I was not feeling the colors of the pen, at least not right now anyway, so I went with a contrasting one of their little colors there. So, here we go. Let me move that so it's not completely in the shadow. Benu. This is a lot to write. Talisman. This is a really nice wet writer. Sakura Cherry Blossoms. S-S-O-M-S. Okay. Broad nib. And we'll just put gold spot. I think it's just a gold spot exclusive. I don't know that it's limited in any way, but it's exclusive to them. Sailor, 50 States, Louisiana. That's a really small bottle of ink, but it sure has captured my heart. It's just really flowy, bright, and very cheerful, which is very welcome. Okay, so next up is pen number 5, is the little, well, the big, not little, in any form or shape, the Jinhao 9019 with a medium number 8 nib, and I'm really interested to see how it'll do. You know, this will give me a little bit of a contrast from the black one. I had to work on quite a bit just to make it flow better, but I didn't have to smooth the nib. The nib was smooth, it just was ink starved. So, and it really wasn't all that much effort either that I had to go to, so I'm thinking this may be the same thing. It may be almost okay. And I put Pilot Irosizuku Asagayo in it, which I don't know why the other day I was referring to it as blue-black, because I don't see it that way today. I must have been thinking of something else, because this is pretty bright, even if it's not under a camera and a light. So anyway, that's how it goes. And this just, it seems really smooth. Let's see. I love these too because they've got a big capacity and they're very inexpensive. So this is Jinhao 9019, and it is the like clear and gold with a medium number 8 nib. And I said it was cheating because of the ink, because I think it is. This is one of the best flowing inks, so that helps me because I'll know if it's not, you know, that it's not the ink. Or, you know, I'm positive of that if I have any problems. And I haven't yet. I just kind of like, these medium nibs do rather write like a broad, which is fine with me. And I want them to be flowing really well. But we'll see when we do the smear test here in a minute. So this is Asa Gaio. See how it does. Yeah, that's actually writing really wet, and I'm not sure I'm going to need to do any more to it. All I've done so far is the little fingernail thing where you press down and kind of let it open up just a little, and it did really good. And don't void your pen warranties by doing that either, by the way. You're on your own if you try that, but it's just something I picked up a long time ago that has worked for me, and that did seem to do what I needed it done so far. So then next up is the Lami Allstar in white silver, and it has the broad nib, and I started out on a different angle. I was going to use Diamine Moon Dust, but I put Diamine Moon Dust in this pen. You can see I wanted a silver pen, and I just had nothing but trouble. And I put this aside. I'm not going to include it in this yet. I may. There'll be a space for it if I can get it writing, but it would just write a word, and then it would clog up. And so I'm really, really not happy with shimmer inks right now today. And I'm trying to figure out if it's the weather or just me or what. So I decided to go with a non-shimmer gray. This is a little darker, though, than my original choice. The Diamine Moon Dust is a little lighter. But I think, you know, in writing, it's not quite as dark as this. So we'll see. I mean, it goes on that way. But then when it dries, and hopefully, I don't even know if we'll have time to see. I'll have to kind of stall a little to let it dry. So this is Lami Allstar, white silver. Is that right? Yeah, white silver, broad nib, and Laban, Athena. I was just looking at the little paper that came with this ink, and it's got a bunch of others. Not really thinking, I don't remember. I may have tried Hera. I know I have Athena and Zues, but I'm not sure on the rest of them, and I don't know. I haven't really like looked at the inks. This was a long time ago that I got the samples and tried them out. There we go, nice and flowy. It does look black so far, very black, but what was I writing the other day? I think it's going to depend on the paper too, and once it dries it could lighten up just a little. If it's really, really black, I may not be as happy with it because I'm so you know, attached to a lighter medium gray like Graf von Faber-Castell Stone Gray. So I'm not really sure on that, but we'll give it a try, and certainly it'll write. It won't give me the trouble that the shimmer ink has. So okay, I'm going to reposition this. I'll be right back. There, so I have 15 pens inked up. I've got 9 in here and 6 here. This is going to stay on my desk, my main pen desk for letter writing, these 6. And I'm sure a couple of these will also be used too to kind of break up boredom and so on. But I'm going to be mainly using the other pens in my bullet journal and in my note-taking and everything like that. And it'll give me a good kind of a practice with them. I did notice that I had picked, if you refer to the other video, you can see what I mean. I picked 2 sets where I had the purple, turquoise, and pink. So I've got a little bit of repetition, but I'm not sorry about that. It's just that then I started thinking, I wish I had done 1 green and 1 brown. And I've got a couple that are hanging around that the fills are being finished, so I put them in the middle pouch with it, but that's not really going to satisfy the the drive to have different colors, so I'll be looking at it to see if there's any I need to clean out and switch. But it's nice to have that separate because I need my letter writers ready to go. I've got at least 5 letters and mail starts up again tomorrow, so you never know. So let's go to the library and I'll get this finished by just chatting just for a few minutes with you. There, I made it over here. I don't know about y'all, but I just can't believe it's already the last day of June. Yeah, as I'm filming this, it's already the last day of the month. And so there we're going to be starting July so quickly, almost without me, but not really. It's not like I'm rushing around or anything. It just, it went slow and then all of a sudden it feels like it sped up. So I've got quite a few little projects that can keep me busy inside during the hotter hours. I have to get outside or do errands really super early because of the really intense heat that we're having. So, I've got the pen pal letters to write and I'm really excited about that. So that'll put me at my desk. And then I found this little project I'm going to be doing. It's in the nonfiction reading and it's like a little book club that one of the other channels I follow has created. And each week we're going to read one letter from Seneca. And then he's got this little like process he does, it's like a journaling exercise, and I'm going to link his video because I can't explain it. And anyway, I'm just a participant in that, but it's all free. In fact, there's only one possibility of giving money to it, and that's just a little donation button that he has on his website. But he makes a real point that this is all free. This is just something to do that he likes to do, and it's not where you're going to be led to a Patreon or other, which there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of like that, for some things where you recognize or you realize that that it's not a subscription or anything like that. So I don't have the book to show you because the book is actually free online. So that's linked under his video, but I can also link it under mine because I found it really easy to work with and it's a completely free website. You don't have to download anything. And, I've done all that studying on Stoicism, and this person that I'm now watching his videos has a different kind of a take on it, which has kind of helped me because I think I've been approaching everything from a self-help kind of like way, I've been in that lane, maybe too long, maybe too much. And I think that I could enjoy this better. Not that I'll never apply this stuff. I'm absolutely sure, but some of it is a little bit new to me, and I'm thinking he may be completely right that we should let this kind of lessons and ancient wisdom kind of sink in, not just go to town right away trying to do the self-help number on it. And I really like that. I mean, I think I need more things like that where it's not me trying to just fix everything, not that there's not plenty to fix, believe me. But anyway, I thought I'd share it with you because so many of us on this channel have been like-minded in the past. So I will link his video, and that'll give you, his channel and everything. And I don't even know if I know this person's name, and I've watched, 40 videos that he's done. But so it's not like some big personality or anything. It's someone like me that's just doing videos about something they're interested in. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll learn more as I go, and hopefully you'll pay better attention to that. But when I certainly paid attention when his video came out 3 days ago that said, I'm starting a book club. And, and I noticed it was going to be about Seneca, Letters on Ethics. I thought, oh, that's right up. That's exactly what I'd like to be doing, especially in a hot summer like this. So then the other project I have to do is not a project per se because I don't have a lot to do with my new bullet journal. I don't actually prepare pages ahead that much. I only do one spread ahead, and I'm hoping to get that done before the end of today. It'll just be my full 2-page spread with 12 boxes. That'll be one for each month from July of 2024 over into June of next year. And that'll just allow me to project deadlines like the Guardian report and different birthdays and things like that, just kind of fill those in. And so that's really my only prep because I'm not even sure I'm going to need a monthly spread right now. I'm not finding myself filling it in. I'm working on monthly checklists, like to-do lists. So I maybe need 1 page for that. But I feel like I'm wasting paper. Anyway, that's just thinking out loud. But I am going to open a brand new bullet journal because I'm finishing my other one today. So that's really exciting. So I'll have that for the next approximate year, unless things really get busy, and then I'll have it for 9 months or so. So other than that, literally, all we're doing around here is just, you know, surviving summer. You know, people, pets, and property, hoping that we all end up in one piece at the end of October, you know. And, you know, emphasis on the people and pets, but still, you know, there's always that concern of taking care of your property, too, when you live in hurricane country. So there's storms out there, but we watch them and track them and make all the preparations ahead. And we prepare all year round because there's always something to prepare for. But anyway, I think that was pretty much what I wanted to... Oh, I never did say the name of the channel. The YouTube channel that the person is doing that wonderful... book club is called Accepting the Universe, and his website, it's a brand new website, is acceptingtheuniverse.com. That will also get you straight to links to his YouTube channel, and then the video about the upcoming, you know, the book club. And he has a newsletter. That way you can you know, get it all in a newsletter if you prefer that to looking up each individual video and so forth. You can have it right in your mailbox if that's what you want. So, excuse me. Anyway, I can't believe it's Sunday. It's already after 1 in the afternoon, and it's the last day of the month. But I wanted to do this video separate, and I really, like, I kind of questioned myself after. I thought, well, that was maybe not the way to go, because I could have kind of rolled them all into one. But I was really viewing that other pen case as a separate project. I'm going to be carrying it around and writing with those pens. But the pens, the 8 that I usually show you are letter writing pens. So that's what's going on. And I thought, well, that reflects better what I'm actually doing. So, but we'll see what kind of stuff lands into the ink journal, which is part of the fun for me, is seeing whether what I initially thought about the ink up, you know, stays my opinion, or whether it just, you know, is much better than I thought, or there's another ink that might work better. Or like in the case of the shimmer inks lately, I'm not having very good luck. I don't know why my hair won't stay back where it belongs. I'm fixing to get it shorter even. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, so I will see you on the next video. I'm not sure exactly when that'll be. But before then, I'll see you in the comment section. And I hope that you have a wonderful July and that you're well, you know, happy, healthy, and safe. So I'll see you next time. Bye for now.